Good, good.
We're live.
And we are live, and Derek Roberts is in the house already.
Wow.
Wave, everybody.
Wow. Good. Hello, Derek.
I don't know who these guys are. I was just going to have a live chat, and these guys showed up.
Oh.
So I would like to introduce everybody. First of all, myself. I'm Canadian Studmuffin. I'm the boss of this live chat. And then there's Glenn Kellaway from the basement, and he lives in the same city as me, and we've met in person once. When I was shoplifting in a grocery store.
Yeah,
And then there is Doc Dacus, who I just subscribed to. I've never actually seen any of his videos, but I've heard of him.
I have a cookie jar.
I'll be checking, and all of their channels are linked at the top if you want to subscribe to them. And then there is Fit to Be Tie-Dyed, who some of you may know, and he's giving you the raspberry there.
Doc has my cookie jar.
So Patrick Karuna, Best Buddy of Production. Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Wow.
Hello, everybody in the viewers gallery.
Oh, it is exciting.
3 of you.
I have so many fans worldwide.
Yeah, 3 of them. That's great.
And a special hello to my girlfriend Molly. I have to do that.
Hello, Molly.
Hi, Molly.
Hi, Molly.
Love you.
We love you, Molly.
Jack Stereo Experience is here.
Oh, my nephew.
Hello, Jack.
Cool. Hi, Jack. Don't say that when you're on a plane.
Hi, Jack.
Doc Dukas. Where do you get that? Ow.
That's
Doc
almost,
Dukas.
Just pretend it's like Mickey Mouse. You know.
you got to be careful with that one. Yeah. Okay.
Hey, Larry, is there a way we can all see the comments and who's on thing?
Oh, I thought you could. So what do I do here? Can you? What do I do?
Well, I think Glenn has to go to his chat thing on the other side where it says private and comments.
Yeah.
Click on comments.
Yeah, click on comments.
Yeah. Click on comments.
I don't even see anything that does that.
Have you got your screen? You must have your screen on full. If you minimize your screen, then you'll see on the right-hand
Yeah,
side.
comments and no picture.
Or are you on your phone?
I'm on an iPad.
I don't know.
Hold on a sec.
Hi, Janet Sampson, who is Bob.
Yeah. And Thieves Monkey. Hello.
Janet Sampson is Bob. I gotta remember to make notes.
I'm flying without comments, so you guys can
Yeah.
enlighten me.
Well, what I do, Glenn, is I forgot. I can do this. See?
Oh,
Okay, I'll do that.
okay, perfect.
There you
Thank you. Yeah. Now, if anybody badmouths me, I can at least.
Yeah. I actually just forgot about that.
We're the bigger threat there, Glenn, but that's okay.
Hello, Larry and friends.
Ken Glenn.
So if anybody has any questions, we will answer them. But first, like my question before we went live for all of you, is there, when you listen to a full album and say, there's an album that you really love, but there's a song on it or two that you don't care for, or you even hate, do you usually skip that song, or do you listen to the whole album anyway?
Who's going first?
Who's on first?
Glenn.
Larry, I am a big proponent of listening to an album from start to finish.
Yep.
I think that's the only way you get to appreciate all the songs on the album, because when you first get an album, I always find the songs that I bought the album for are the ones I get bored with the quickest.
Yeah.
And the deeper cuts are the ones that I grow to love more than the hits.
That's right. Yeah.
So for me, it's like, do not skip a song on an album, ever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doc.
Yeah. For me, I rarely skip. Like I used to back in the vinyl days. I'm a CD guy now. So like when I put the CD on, I'm usually roaming around and stuff because I don't have to go back and play with the needle anymore, right? Till the end. So back when I was playing records, I go like, I don't like that song. Move it ahead, but now I'll even put up with the bad songs.
But it's easier to skip with CDs.
Oh yeah, I know that, but sometimes I'm maybe in the other room or something. I'll just let it play through.
There you go.
No, so yeah, I let CDs play through albums.
Paul, it's your turn.
Oh,
You get to talk too.
I'm pretending I'm frozen.
Yeah, okay.
I'm like Glenn. I listen to the whole thing, so I don't skip songs. The only thing I call it the side 4 abomination. I just leave the room. But other than that, I don't skip. I don't skip songs. I'll play the whole thing. Now I'll do the opposite. I'll go to an album and just put on a song and play that song if I want to. If I want to hear it. But I don't skip. No.
What abomination are you speaking of?
The one on side 4.
A lot of
Are you talking about the White Album?
I could be. I shan't want to be controversial.
I enjoy Revolution Number 9.
Well, I wasn't talking about that anyway.
Oh, it's hard to dance to, though.
True. Well, you can block that kick pretty easy.
Yeah.
Block that kick.
Best Buddy production. It's always great to listen all the way through because you can have the whole experience. Unless it's a bad album, then I just won't listen to it. That's a good idea.
See, for me, an album is one thing. It's not a collection of things. That's the way I kind of grew up thinking of albums. So it's like you don't go to an orchestra or someone doing the Ninth Symphony and only listen to part of it. You got to hear all the
and you don't yell out, "Skip to the next song."
Right. So that's typically what I see it. I just see an album as an album, and I never collected singles really, so I'm really an album guy. So I just figure if you're going to play something, you play the whole thing, or you don't play it at all.
And instead of me reading every comment, I'm just going to put them up, and then we'll all read them, right? So I don't need to.
I think it depends on the situation.
Oh, Paul's going to read it.
If I'm doing something and not in the mood for a certain song, I skip. Otherwise, I just got to. Everybody's got their own thing. I honestly think it's more effort to skip it, so I just let it play.
Yeah.
And if you get a CD that you don't like, you just don't listen to it.
There goes Sparks.
You see how well he hit that couch dead center?
That was pretty darn good. I was impressed.
You hit the cat on the couch.
Hey, whoa!
All morning practicing that.
All I needed was the sound effect. I don't have my sound effects.
Yeah, it's the sound effect. Wing.
Yeah.
Oh, we heard it hit the couch. That was great.
Okay, cool.
Look at that. Revolution Number 9 sounds something like Frank Zappa would do.
No, Zappa would do better.
And speaking of Frank Zappa,
Look at that.
I just did a video on this book, and it goes through all of his albums, all of his songs, really detailed, and it has quotes from all of the musicians and even Frank. There's no pictures in it though, so I had to just read it.
Oh, that's not a book for me then.
But if you're a Frank Zappa fan, it's highly recommended.
Yeah,
And I can do this too.
yeah. It kind of doesn't look any different, really.
Yeah. Paul, do you like Frank Zappa at all? I don't know if you do.
I'm not a huge fan, but I'll tell you, I do have some stuff. And one of the things I really like is "Shut Up and Play Your Guitar."
Yeah.
Because
he's not singing on it.
Well, I mean, the guy's an amazing guitar player.
Yeah.
And I just kind of enjoy that bluesy stuff he does. It's great stuff.
Here's a question by Archie the Rock, an 80s pop music lover. You two are Sparks. Sparks.
Sparks.
I'll say you too, because I'm more familiar with them.
Yeah.
Neat. I got to answer the same way. I'm not as familiar with Sparks, so you too.
I'll get you some Sparks, Glenn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll force you to listen.
It just annoys me.
When I worked in a metalworking plant, we used to send the summer students on a quest to find a bucket of sparks, welding sparks. We said, go find a bucket of welding sparks, or a left-handed hammer. One of the
left-handed flange, whatever. Yeah.
Am I reading this one again, or
Yeah, you can be the reader then.
Okay, I never ever skip a song on an album, even if I don't like it. If I listen to every song all the way through, it's the joy of listening to the album in full. See, that's where I am.
Yeah. It's kind of respectful to the artist that made the album, right? Like if you like the band. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to make them mad.
Yeah, I don't want Paul McCartney being upset with me because I skipped a song.
Well, this is true.
Yeah.
Like my Elton John collection on my iPad, since most are my fave deep cuts and rarities, I shuffle as a jukebox. So that's kind of fun too. If you have an album, or CD players do it too, you shuffle and kind of makes it a different album.
But what if Revolution 9 shows up?
I just leave the room.
Yeah. Scream, run, whatever.
I sing along with it. I think it's fun.
Sing along with it? Yeah, I tap my toe along with it.
Yeah.
Oh no, they're in plastic jewel cases. They're fine.
Yeah.
And thank God jewel cases are coming back too. Yes.
Oh wait, this is about me. Everybody quiet.
Yeah, it's about Larry.
Congratulations.
Funny introduction. By the way, Larry, truly congratulations for the Edgar Wright comment. That is super cool. Yeah, he's a famous movie director. And on Twitter, I did a tweet about the Sparks documentary, and he wrote back that he enjoyed watching my Sparks album reviews on my channel. Okay.
Oh, wow, great.
So I'm basically famous now.
Wow, brushed with greatness. Cool.
Yes.
That's great. So
Yes, he brushed with greatness. It's awesome.
Actually, that's a big question. Who's your biggest brush with greatness?
Oh, I got a good story.
Yeah.
Ah, here we go.
When Ringo Starr's first All-Star band back in 1980, when was that? Like 89? They played when Joe Walsh was in it, and Clarence Clements, and all. They had that real big stars on that first tour. And they played at the exhibition in Toronto at the exhibition grounds. And we had like 4th, 5th row center stage seats. And we spent the afternoon just getting hammered in the beer tent. And we go to the show, and it's like, I don't know, 20 minutes before the show, and we're sitting down, and we're just carrying on. And Barbara Bach comes and sits like 2 rows in front of me. And the ice cream boy comes along. And I motion him over, and I say, hey, buddy, see that girl sitting 2 rows ahead of me there? Her name's Barbara. She's an old friend of mine. Can you buy her? Here's $2. Give her my ice cream. Say Glenn said hi. And he goes and he gets within 5 feet of her, and these big security guards jump him, push him away. Oh, he scared them.
He nearly got your buddy killed.
Like that. He got killed. And everybody around her, we're all just laughing at him. But that was my brush with greatness, almost buying Ringo's wife an ice cream bar.
And his broken arm healed quickly, I'm sure.
Yes.
Hey, Glenn, can you move your mic a bit closer to you?
I'd have to move my face.
No, don't break it.
It's gonna be ugly. You asked for it, Larry.
Yeah.
Mine, my brush was with what wasn't really a couple of things. Wayne Gretzky. We were it's when he was playing for the Los Angeles Kings. I was still living in Ontario, and my brother's family and me and my parents, we all went to Buffalo to see the Kings play. And we stayed at the same hotel as the LA Kings did. And so my nephews, who were like 8 and 10 years old at the time, right into it, right? They hung around the elevators on the main floor, and when all the players came down for breakfast, they got all their autographs. Well, when Gretzky walked out, he stood he was only like 8 feet away from me, and my nephew just went like that. I said, "Go!" I had to push him. I said, "Go get his autograph." So yeah, he went over and he got his autograph. That was really cool. I didn't bother Wayne myself, but I just I nodded at him, and then at the same occasion, we were sitting at having breakfast, and Larry Robinson walked right by our table, and we kind of nodded at each other.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was really cool. Yeah, he's a big guy, he's a big guy, Larry Robinson. But yeah, so that's hockey greatness. Oh, no, I got an even better one than that. I just remembered it. When I was in university, there was a hockey camp at the university. And we were all up at the pub one night having a beer. And this guy walked by our table. And he just turned his head like this. And I could see his profile from behind. And I turned to my buddy and says, "That's effing Gordie Howe." And it was Gordie Howe. He was running the hockey camp. He walked right by our table. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Another big guy.
Okay, Christoph Harris has a question.
Yeah.
Question for you all. Do you download music for free from the internet? What do you think of the morality of this?
I never do that.
I don't.
Never do that.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
It's against the law.
Yeah, it's illegal to do that.
Glenn, do you do that?
I have a question.
I actually don't do that. It really, in all honesty, really,
Yeah.
I don't.
Nobody believes you, but that's okay.
I go down. I listen to things on Spotify that I don't have, and if I really like something on Spotify, I buy the album.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly I have, and the only
I think
reason
everybody has.
I'll do it to listen or preview something. If I like it, I'll go out and buy the album, or if I can't find the album anywhere and I want to listen to it, I'll do that.
Yeah.
You can pretty much find everything on YouTube. You don't even need Spotify.
Well,
That's what I mean. Yeah.
I have a friend who skips over any song he doesn't know. Oh, that's too bad. He only should buy Greatest Hits collection. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's the deep cuts are where it's at. We only hear the stuff that's commercially saleable, but a lot of the great music is the deep cuts. So, what is your opinion about the 09's music?
I think 90s maybe he meant.
90s
music.
I mean, it's horrible. That's all I can say. It's horrible.
That's around the time I gave up on new things. The Arcade Fire is probably the last band, newish band that I
stopped buying music in the 90s because there wasn't anything worth buying.
Yeah, really.
It was horrible.
What about you, Glenn?
I'm pretty much the same. I was sitting here trying to think of an album that came out in the 90s.
Yeah. We're all old.
We're all old. You see, that's the thing.
Really? I was buying Herman's Hermits.
Yeah, they had a reissue on the Great Hits album, I know. Yeah.
The only thing I was really buying in the 90s, I was buying CDs of, the bands, my favorite bands, and, dumping their albums, which is a stupid thing to do. But, that's about the only thing I was buying.
Yeah.
90s, yeah, we figured that out. Yeah. Favorite 80s music artists. Oh, that's easy for me. Marillion. Marillion is my favorite.
Oh, my God.
Oh, Duran Duran.
The Reflex.
Yes.
Paul McCartney and Sparks.
I was just going to say Paul McCartney because I can't think of one.
Well, that was Paul McCartney and Wings. Oh, that was
actually though. I think around the same time as you, Paul, we kind of gave up on Paul for a few years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the 80s. Yeah.
I came back with Memory Almost Full.
Pressed to Barf was the one that threw me off, and I came back with
Barf.
I came back with New. That's how long I stayed away.
I think I left him after Tug of War for a while. That was probably the last one.
Well, Tug of War was good, but the rest of it was a wash as far as But he did say I stopped buying his albums, and he started doing good stuff again. So I had to catch up.
He listened.
Yeah.
How would you do a Revolution 9 cover? The side 4 Abomination. Vinyl or CD? Well, I have both.
CD. I gave up on vinyl years ago.
Both.
Yeah.
Love them both.
Hilarion guests.
Hi, Pleasant Valley Picker.
CA.
Is that Canadian or California?
Look at this. Janet Sampson, Bob. I gave a joke to Rick Mercer on an elevator at the CBC. That's how he does his material.
Very good.
He hangs around elevators.
Yeah.
Well, Janet, do you have a joke for us?
Yeah.
Give one to Larry Mercer.
No, he gave it to Rick Mercer.
Yeah, that was the joke.
Yeah.
I love deep cuts. Well, you see, that's where the gems are. And I was talking, when I did my thing with Robert Lawson, we were talking about the Guess Who, and everybody knows the Guess Who's from their singles, but they were actually an album band, and their singles was just kind of the hooks, but their best work was their deep cuts.
Yeah.
I've never downloaded music, broken the speed limit, or smoked it. Yeah, okay.
And for people just joining us, this is Glenn Kellaway from the Basement. All of the links for their channels are pinned at the top. And Fit to be Tie-Dyed. Don't subscribe to his channel, though. And then this other guy here, Doc Dawkins.
I have to be honest with my favorite.
Be honest.
Jewel box is the deep cuts. Yeah, although I love the rarities section. Yeah. There you go.
There you go, Paul.
You diss my Generation X.
Well, Brian, what should we be listening to?
I just don't like music from the 90s. I don't.
Yeah. We dissed it. We just don't have a clue.
Yeah. Yeah. We're old.
Yeah.
We have problems.
It just went to techno, whatever.
It's just a rule. Don't listen to anything past 1988.
Well, here's just my view of it. But what happened in the 90s, it all became about the videos. The music was irrelevant. It was all about, this week's blonde, bimbo and her video. That's what it was all about.
Yeah.
Who's next? Yes.
Yep.
Oh, I have several copies of that.
Top 20.
Oh, that one's in my top 2.
Oh.
That one, yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, that's a great album.
That has to be one of the greatest albums for the opening track and the closing track.
Oh,
right?
I did a few years ago. I did a video on album sequencing. How it arranges a song, and that was the example. I said, this is a perfect example. This is an album of perfect sequencing, and it is. It's absolutely astounding. You were talking the other day. I watched your video on your favorite channels there.
You watched one of my videos?
Yeah, you the one on Andy. You mentioned Andy and Alex, the 2 college guys.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was watching them. I've been watching them for a while too.
Yeah.
They were, particularly when they were playing cuts from Who's Next, and it keeps up. That drummer's amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
It just got. One guy says he's doing nothing but fills. He does fills through the whole song.
Yeah, I'm subscribed to their Patreon channel, and every month they listen to a full album, and they've done Sgt. Pepper, Abbey Road, and the White Album. And anyway, and they love the Beatles. It's like they rate them as the best, a lot of them. But watching the White Album, I'd listen to the whole album and watch them, right? And I like that they don't talk over it too much, and they're right into it. And they come to Revolution number 9, right?
Yeah.
By the end of it, they're both like they look bored as hell, and they're in shock, and it's just hilarious to watch. They didn't like it.
Tied for Abomination. Yeah, I'm sad about the Habs too. Oh
well. Go Leafs go.
Go
Just
Leafs
wait till next year.
Next year they
losers in Ontario. You don't know a good hockey team when you see it. Anyway, that's okay.
Well, maybe.
We don't do this just about. Yeah, exactly.
I like David Bowie's 90s music.
Well, I don't consider him
he's just
the bands that I knew before the 90s as 90s music, because they just continued, right? So I think of bands that just were around in the 90s, or came out in the 90s. That's Bowie was, he was doing a lot of different things. The Wall is my favorite album of all time. I have 4 Walls.
What? So the Wall is one, and Who's Next is number 2. There, Paul.
What's that?
Yeah, I would say Abbey Road's my favorite. I would put Who's Next at number 2. It gets a little fuzzy after that, but I got Elton John's Madman Across the Water, Golden Earring Moon Tan, Cat Stevens Tea for the Tillerman. I mean, it's just the whole wrath of them that I consider my go-tos or whatever.
Yeah, well, that's awesome.
Yeah,
you can't argue with any of those.
No, and you better not.
Don't argue with Paul. Don't disagree with him.
Should come out with a deep cuts collection. Bee Gees deep should be interesting. It's a good question.
They're
you
good.
know,
Well,
Stones maybe.
Sparks.
you know what's an underrated Bee Gees album though? That's kind of like all deep cuts is the Odessa album that came out in '69.
I haven't heard it.
Oh yeah,
Double album. Yeah.
Pretty amazing album. Really psychedelic and different for the Bee Gees, that's for sure. That would be full of deep cuts.
Who's Next? Great album. Yeah. It's just my thing is an alien comes to Earth. He wants to know what rock music is. You play him Who's Next and say at the end, any questions? That's it, man. That's the whole genre right there.
Do you like any new wave or 80s synth pop or new romantic or glam metal?
I'm trying to decide if Madonna is glam metal.
Glam, yeah.
I love deep.
Elvis Costello.
Yeah, Elvis Costello. Yeah.
I like that song. I can't say I was really into any of those bands specifically, but I do like some of the tunes that were out.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
XTC, would they be considered new wave?
Who?
What's that? Who?
XTC.
Yeah, I love them too. Yeah. But one thing I've learned is if a problem comes along, you must whip it.
And whip it good. Which Beatles song is each one's favorite? Oh, okay.
I only have to pick one.
Doc's confused.
Strawberry Fields Forever.
Mr.
Moonlight.
Moonlight.
Mine is You've Got to Hide Your Love Away.
What was yours, Doc?
Mr. Moonlight.
For that organ
Enough of that. I think it's a terrific song. I can't get enough of that one. I sing it in the car all the time.
Can't Get Enough was a Bad Company song. Get with it.
You guys are gonna change your mind one of these days.
Favorite song by the Rolling Stones. Ooh. Ooh.
I got two that are tied. Tumbling Dice.
Yep.
That's tough.
And Moonlight Mile off of.
Yeah, that's great. Great song.
She's a rainbow.
You know, the one I like right now is from, and it's maybe because I've been listening to it so much, is the Winter from Goat's Head Soup.
Yeah, that is that's a very underrated album.
Oh, it's my favorite Stones album.
Yeah.
But I love Winter. I think it's just a beautiful song.
It is a
They
beautiful.
don't play I Go Wild Enough.
No.
You know, why don't we do it in the road? Maybe that's the one.
My favorite would have to be 2,000 Light Years from Home.
Oh, great.
Really?
Song.
Are you just joking?
I'm not. I love that song. Yeah.
That's a really tough one. They did so many great songs. I mean, in any era, you know, I always loved Painted Black. I thought, what a
How about this one?
lyrics. What great lyrics in that song.
She would never say where she came from.
Yeah, Ruby Tuesday. Yeah, so many great songs. Hello.
Glenn enjoyed that.
Yeah, I was waiting for more. I was going to start harmonizing.
Has recorded the entire. Yes, I have. He did a re-recording of it last year as well, and it's fantastic. A couple of the songs he totally changed the vibe on it, and he did a great job. Really great. So it's the I think 2020 was the 50th anniversary of Tea for the Tillerman, and he re-recorded the whole album. Really great stuff. Yeah.
Morning has broken.
That was from Teaser and the Firecat. Jeez.
So, Paul, did you get the 50th anniversary set for Tea for the Tillerman?
Well, I got the album. Let me just go grab it. I don't have the set, but I do have the vinyl.
I think there was like a 5 CD set or something they released.
There may have been, yeah. I didn't splurge for that, but
Yeah, Odessa.
vinyl was really good.
Derek, great album.
Yeah.
Derek knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, he's probably, with Paul McCartney, my favorite male solo artist. So that's nice.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So
Yeah.
that's the re-recording of it.
Factory fresh.
Wow.
I have never seen that before.
Oh, it's if you like the album, you'll like this too. I still like the original better, but it's kind of a reimagining of the album. Really great stuff. Yeah, the guy's talented.
You have me intrigued on that one.
Sorry?
I said you have me intrigued on that one. I may be looking for that.
It's right. Yeah, I think you like it, Glenn.
Some viewers may be
Steven,
because it's actually ate a meal today. Hit up IHOP. Check out my stomach. Look how it sounds.
Where's that coming from?
I don't know.
We're being
attacked.
It's a Russian hacker.
It says
Roger Daltrey is 77. It's hard to believe.
Well, same age as Paul. That is amazing.
I am not 77. Yeah, I know it is. It's incredible. That's when you think of it, man. And what a voice! What a great voice. Pink Floyd.
Metal. Metal's my favorite.
That's my favorite album too. I love metal.
Wish you were here.
I am here.
Any of you heard the Dark Side of the Moon? That's my favorite.
I've heard of that album.
Yeah, it's a great album.
I like metal. That's the one. A couple before that. Anyway, I think that's a fantastic album. It's very underrated.
Well, it's kind of the bridge between early Floyd and the Dark Side.
It's a heavy album. Like there's some real heavy stuff going on there. It's headphones. It's a headphones album. Well, all their stuff is really. What style or genre do you think the Beatles would be making music in if they hadn't broken up?
Every genre.
Well, that's the thing. What genre were they?
Yeah, you know, they were the band that did it, right?
Yeah. I think they'd be doing whatever they wanted to do.
I think whatever Beatles solo song you heard off a Beatles solo album would have been a Beatles song. They would have brought those songs to the table as a band.
Yeah. Well, we don't know because we haven't. John dying in 1980. We don't know what he would have gotten into, but.
So, can you imagine the Beatles doing Temporary Secretary?
No.
Well, they did Obla Di Obla Da. They didn't want to do that.
So George would go like, not Temporary Secretary.
What is your least favorite Beatles song? There's your question.
I love it. I like it.
I don't like Obla Di Obla Da. It's not my favorite song.
Oh, least favorite Beatles song. But you can't say Revolution Number 9.
The side 4 Abomination.
Yeah. Wow.
I don't mean to offend Doc Dawkins, but I would say Mr. Moonlight. But great vocals by John, though.
I liked his vocals on that. I think he did a great job. Yeah.
I'd rather listen to that than Till There Was You.
Yeah, that's right, I guess.
Although I love George's guitar playing Until There Was You. George plays a great lead in that song.
Yeah.
Really nice.
That was a cover, though, right? That wasn't their own.
Boy, when you talk about songs you'd like to skip, bing, here's one.
Wow.
Elvis Costello's album with the Attractions are great.
Yeah, big fan.
They are. The first 3 are awesome. Well, maybe 4. The first 3 are for sure the epic ones, as far as I'm concerned.
Imagine if ABBA and Elvis Costello toured. ABBA and Costello.
Who's on first?
Oh my goodness.
Well, Costello would be going, ABBA!
He has a 3-volume deep cut selection.
Yeah, well, I've got all of their, or I'm going to have all of their albums, so I've got all of the deep cuts.
Wow.
Yeah, very talented guys. In my opinion, the Rolling Stones are better than the Beatles.
Oh, who cares?
Yeah.
My follow-up question.
Yeah, but you're a Habs fan. What do you know? He's a Montreal Canadiens fan. Of course he thinks that Stones are better than the Beatles. He thinks they're better than Toronto.
See, my thing is, how do you measure that, and in what way are they better? Because that's a pretty broad statement. Like, just a follow-up question. And I'm not disputing you. I just, you know, in what way? Because you can't. I have this problem with one saying one is better than the other. It's because that's just taste, right? So I would like to know, in what way do you think they are better? Now he's going away and thinking about that. Okay, Ruby Tuesday for me.
You know what? I think Bob needs to hear that again.
She would never say where she came from.
I think you need to hear Mr. Moonlight again.
Under my bum. Yeah, that's another good one. That's one, though, that has very suspicious lyrics, right? But that's okay. Bob F. Oliver's Queen or Dancing Army.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means.
Well, Oliver's Queen or Dancing Army, those are albums. I'm assuming are songs. I'm not familiar.
I'll choose
Army. Oh, they've switched the.
Oh, I get it. Oliver's Army or Dancing.
Yeah, okay.
Don't confuse us. We're old.
It's Saturday. I turned my brain off last night. I like the Brian Jones albums.
Never heard them.
His solo albums?
Yeah.
No, the Brian Jones Stones albums. The dentist was playing Jimi Hendrix while doing a root canal on me. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
You learn something new every day.
Yeah. Except you could differentiate the dentist drill.
Karaoke live stream. Because you.
I think somebody wants to hear me sing again.
Don't everybody speak at once.
Do something off the Brian Jones solo catalog.
I don't. No, I think he's talking about the Stones era. I don't know. You know my name. Look up the number.
Yep, great song.
Okay. Are you on? Can I find you on Google? I Love Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. That was Lucille Ball's favorite song.
I Love Lucy.
Wow, Paul is 791942. That is really old.
Yeah.
79.
I think that's his phone number.
91,942.
Wow. Well, happy birthday, Paul.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Bob. Yeah, You Like Me Too Much isn't one of their greatest ones. It's pretty simple one.
That was a George song. Right?
Yeah.
My favorite Beatles song is A Day in the Life, Larry.
That's right.
I've never heard that.
Everyone's
Day in the
favorite.
Life, Larry.
There you go, Doc.
Doc, Canadian Studmuffin.
Just a stud. Canadian stud.
He looks very confused.
I get this all the time. You can't tell the difference.
I would say to my wife, you can't let me go to the grocery store alone. The women won't leave me alone.
True. I am Jay.
I am Jay. Yeah, he mumbles really good though.
Yeah. I like to hear Billie Eilish do that.
Billie Eilish?
Yeah.
It's just my opinion. Well, okay. You are also.
Yes.
Also have your opinion.
Yes. Your opinions are most valued and respected.
But you still haven't told us in what way.
Yeah. Paul was just asking in what way are they better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to further, I'm just trying to further.
He's not trying to cause a fight this time.
No, not this time.
Yeah. Opinions are fine unless they suck.
See, I told you.
He's yelling. Brian Jones Stones albums. Yeah,
I like
the
Mick Taylor era. I think the Mick Taylor era, they came in their own, and they just, I think they're at their most creative point. Not just because of Mick Taylor. I think both Keith and Mick that was their creative peak, in my opinion.
It looks like the Let It Be album cover, doesn't it?
When's our album coming out? Well, we have to have a name for ourselves first. There's the Four Horsemen. Maybe we call ourselves the Four Horses Asses or something.
All I know is my name goes first.
Am I in the Ringo Square?
If this is Let It Be, you'd be George.
I read. Oh. Okay.
We could
I think Doc should be forced to hear.
I think that's great. I do.
No.
That's almost as good as anything that what their names? I can't think of the names now. Your favorite band, Larry?
Sparks.
No, your other favorite band.
Yes.
The ones from Alberta. Chad Kruger and the boys.
Oh yeah, Nickelback. Yeah.
Oh,
Nickelback. Yeah, I couldn't think of the name. Yeah. Your favorite Beatles, Helter Skelter, Les Paul's crazy vocal, and Ringo's again. Well, Helter Skelter. I'll tell you a story about that. Because in Canada, we only ever had the stereo mix, right? We never got a mono white album in Canada. So we heard that was the version of Helter Skelter that we knew in Canada. When they redid the monos in 2009, that was really the first time I heard Helter Skelter in mono. And it blew me away. I thought, oh my God, like the power that came through in that mono mix was just incredible. Yeah, great song. And then I heard, I saw Paul McCartney in 2019 at BC Place, and that was easily the loudest song they played all night. It was amazing.
Yeah.
While we're on a Beatles subject, is anybody else but me upset that they're showing the Get Back thing on stream Disney Plus?
No, it's just you, Glenn.
Okay, because it's really
Well,
bugged.
How are they going to put they have 6 hours of footage, right? And what are they going to do? Put it down to a 2 hour?
No,
the theaters aren't all open.
Well,
they're doing a
they will be open by the time it's on, because it's not on till
Glenn, are the theaters open here in Trenton?
They will be open on the 16th of July.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a theater in Trenton?
Yeah,
Actually, yeah, we do.
We're not talking about one at the PX Club at the Army Air Base.
Yeah, no. So anyway, my thought is, because the Beatles are so iconic, and everybody's been waiting for this film that was supposed to be on at the show, and now they've moved it to Disney Plus, why not have special showing at a movie theater for the 6 hours? They could have an intermission or 2 intermissions, and you pay like $50 and you go and watch it on a big screen with
Well, they might.
sound and make a big deal out of it, and then show it on Disney Plus.
Well, they might still do that. It's a ways off. They might, I don't know. I don't personally have a problem. Here's my thing, okay? We never get that stuff where I live anyway. We didn't get the 8 days a week. We didn't get the Yellow Submarine 50th anniversary reissue. That didn't show up anywhere near me in the theater. So I'm thinking we wouldn't be getting the Let It Be one either.
Okay.
And so I'm just kind of, from my experience, it doesn't really matter. The only downer for me is that because it's going to be in the evening, I work in the evenings, so I'm not going to be able to see it other than a recording of it, which is what it is anyway. So I really don't, I'm really interested to see how different it's going to be from the original movie.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm still more interested in what they plan on doing with the music, because I haven't heard anything about what the plans are for the album, how they're going to approach that. I haven't heard a thing about that, and that's what I'm more interested in, honestly. But that's me. What is your favorite live song by the Rolling Stones?
Start Me Up.
Oh,
I prefer the studio stuff.
I would say Midnight Ramblers, the top.
Oh yeah.
Do live.
Yeah, it'd be one of their longer ones. Yeah, Midnight Rambler would be good. What's the one from? There's one on YouTube where Mick Taylor's doing this. He rejoins them for the song. He does a solo.
Is it?
Can't You Hear Me Knocking?
Yeah, Can't You Hear Me Knocking? Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I like what he does on that. That was really good. There's a video of that out there from a few years ago.
Have you guys seen the Stones live?
No. I nearly did before COVID. They were coming to Vancouver, but I opted. They were just too expensive. They wanted $250 a ticket, and I figured by the time we were done for my wife and I, it was going to be like a $600-700 evening.
Yeah,
And I just thought I'm not paying that to see them.
yeah. I saw them in '72. It's the first time I saw them on the Exile
Wow.
Main tour.
It was canceled anyway because of COVID. They never did show up, but you know, that's. I'd love to see them because you know it's the Stones, right? But my brother's seen them a couple of times.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money to watch Mick Jagger strut around like a chicken.
Yeah. Will Canadian Studmuffin ever stream with me, Mr. Mayo? Yes, of course I would. Would he stream with me though? That is the bigger question. Yeah, I like his channel.
What songs of today do you?
That's for you, Paul.
Songs of today. That sounds like an album. Songs of today.
What songs of today do we not like?
Well, I don't like any of this hip hop stuff.
just about any
That
of
stuff just drives me nuts. It's like, God, Elvis. Anyway.
I heard a girl on the sidewalk yesterday. She had music playing on, I guess it was her phone. And it just sounded like, and I walked by her and going like, how do you sing along with that? How do
you dance to that?
Like, that's exactly what it sounded like. I just went like, I have no idea what that song was.
What are those lyrics again?
Write that down.
I think that's from the best band from the Klingon Empire.
Music today just sucks. Sorry, people. It
Yeah.
just does.
Oh, Big Star. What about Big Star? Yes, big thumbs up.
What about Big Star? Yes.
I don't know them too well, but I saw the documentary on them on Netflix, and it was good.
Everybody talks about Greta Van Fleet. I haven't heard any of their stuff yet, but apparently that's worth looking
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Big Star.
There's Big Star.
Fantastic album.
Star.
Must buy albums. They're
Radio City, yeah.
Radio City, Big Star. Okay.
Yeah.
So where are they from?
They're from the U.S. It's the guy. What was his name? From the Box Tops. It was on the Letter back in the day.
Yeah. Yeah, I know who you mean.
Blank. Yeah, that was their band, and something happened to them. They had all these weird. There's a documentary on them.
Yeah. That's
something bad. I think they a couple of them maybe had weird demises, and other people out on drugs. There's all kinds of things that happened to them in their career that mean they never got to make it big, but they kind of got discovered a little later, and those albums are fantastic. They're just great pop records, I guess, what we call them.
Molly.
Polly.
Yes, it is.
That's a perfect song.
That's what you think. I sure told him. Think for yourself.
That's why my favorite is "You've Got to Hide Your Love Away" because I think that's a perfect John Lennon song. That to me is like it really captures him. I like that. I hope we get some David Bowie outtakes and demos for the 50th anniversary of Hunky Dory this year.
I don't think you better hold your breath.
Yeah, I don't know. We're kind of getting 50th anniversary out on a lot of these things. There will be a huge subscription to Disney Plus for 3 days. Yeah, and massive unsubscribing. Yeah, no doubt. Or well, I'm not going to say, but some people might do the illegal downloads.
Yeah, I'm not really in the mood to watch Moana.
Any of you watch Marvel movies? Yeah, it was last fall. I watched them chronologically, so in terms of the events as they unfolded.
Well, talk about going to a theater and watching hours and hours.
Well, chronologically, it starts with the Captain Marvel movie, and then, of course, Endgame was the last one, right?
Oh,
I guess it wasn't because they did a Spider-Man movie after that. So, yeah, I watched them all in the timeline. It was kind of cool to do that. It's kind of cool to watch them in the thing because it kind of tied a lot of loose ends up that I wasn't tying up otherwise, because I hadn't actually seen them all anyway. I discovered I only had seen about half of them, and so I watched them in terms of the timeline. It was actually pretty cool.
I'm still watching Loki.
And everybody, please remember to subscribe to all of their channels. The link is at the top. You don't have to subscribe to Paul's channel. They'll get to be tie-dyed. But the other two, please subscribe.
Yes, please. And then unsubscribe after you watch.
And then unsubscribe.
Yeah.
Right?
I had Larry when you and Paul were on last weekend.
Give us all a thrill.
One of my guilty pleasures.
Why is that a guilty pleasure?
Oh, everybody loves that.
What? Why would that be? I don't understand that.
Explain yourself.
Yeah, really. Guilty?
Sinalina Pilchard.
Yeah.
I live in Aurelia. Aurelia. Yeah, Aurelia is a great.
Yeah.
We had a cottage on the Severn River, so we used to drive by Aurelia every weekend on Highway 11.
Cool.
They should do a 6-hour showing, have the money go to good charity, perhaps. Yeah, like me, yeah. I'm a good charity.
I'd do that.
Yeah.
I'd pay $50.
Good idea.
My least favorite Beatles song is Taste of Honey.
A taste of honey, tasty, much sweeter than wine.
Zappa documentary was 2 hours.
Yeah, it was good, but for somebody like him, you need more than 2 hours.
Yeah.
You need like 4 hours.
Ooh.
It was almost
Doc just doesn't know who Zappa is. He's confused.
I do too. He was a mother.
He is a mother of all mothers.
Yeah.
He discovered Alice Cooper.
Yep.
Or gave him his first recording contract anyway. Well, we have Let It Be Naked.
True.
Yeah.
Well, it depends where you're listening to it, I guess.
Yeah.
Depends how you're listening to it.
Yeah. You can have some clothes on.
Well, interesting thing about this, and I was talking about this on a live stream. I think it was Tim Allen made the point, and it kind of occurred to me too, that it's kind of boring. Let It Be Naked is kind of it's kind of boring. Like it's just I don't know. There's something missing there.
I like the little snippets of dialogue in the original.
Yeah, the original had its charm, right?
Yeah. Glenn, what do you think?
I kind of agree with you. The original was more charming, but I do like some of the like Long and Winding Road is much better without the orchestration. There was certain parts that were improved.
Yeah,
but overall, the first album, the original album, was better.
I think A Long and Winding Road, the best version is somewhere in between the two that we know. Mm-hmm. The Phil Spector version is too much. The Naked is not enough. Somewhere in there we need, what it lacks is the same sort of thing that George Martin did for Eleanor Rigby with, a small chamber orchestra accompaniment or something like that. It lacks something there that.
So what we need is Let It Be semi-naked.
Yeah.
Yeah, with a towel.
Yeah, Martin on it.
Topless. Let It Be topless.
Yeah.
Will Let It Be ever come out on Blu-ray?
We don't know.
Yeah, I assume they'll do anything. They'll do what they can, as much money as they can.
Yeah, absolutely. They will now. That once Disney finishes with it.
Oh, good. Yes.
Here's one for you.
It's going to be under everybody's Christmas tree.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. Okay. Is this where men go who don't have a life, or is that me, Mr. Mayo? So
we don't have lives. That's why we're doing a live chat.
I'm not sure what Bill. What do you mean? I'm not following. Sorry.
You be careful out there, or I'll have to use my wrench on you.
It's not your favorite one character. Oh, well, I guess we're
saying I'm a character.
The rest of us can chop liver, I guess.
I'm a real person. I'm not a character.
I'm only a puppet.
He just plays a character on TV.
Yeah.
I saw the Stones at Maple Leaf Gardens.
Yeah, I was there too. Yeah. That's the show I was talking about. Stevie Wonder opened. That's my favorite concert of all time.
Wow.
1972.
I saw the Leafs at Maple Leaf Gardens.
Well, me too. 1,000 times.
I've seen a bunch of bands there. I saw Foreigner there. I saw Styx there. I saw the Who there. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of bands I've seen.
I saw Howie Meeker.
Gee whiz, Jeff Dolly. You saw
King
him?
Clancy.
He was there in his famous window. They're like, yeah, you gotta do a spinorama there. Yeah.
He was a hockey expert.
I learned a lot from Howie Meeker.
And he was
He
a
Willikers.
Yeah.
He Willikers.
Yeah.
Oh, Howie, it was a blast. Saw the Stones live in Vancouver on the Steel Wheels tour. I like the Steel Wheels album. I think it's a great album. Excellent concert. They played some of the Steel Wheels. Okay, so now have you seen
All I see is Paul's butt.
Yeah.
have you seen this?
No, not yet.
Oh.
Wow.
Whoa.
The latest from they're from the Vault series, their official bootlegs, the 4-record set of the Steel Wheels tour. So if you like Steel Wheels, you might want to grab this album.
I think Doc is going to grab it right now.
There's four records and a DVD in it.
Do you not think there's a time though when they release, like the Rolling Stones release too many? Because I saw on Spotify last night the Big Bang live album, and I heard a bit of it, and it's like, how much live stuff do you need?
Well, yeah, that's true, but you know, it's I guess it's for the collectors, right? Because I've got all these things, all these ones, and I kind of enjoy them, but they're only releasing like maybe one a year or something like that.
Yeah.
Not flooding the market with them. So, you know, I kind of like that they're doing it as opposed to bands that don't release anything, you know, and that's you know, from just somebody who likes the band, it's nice to get stuff from them, you know, just to something different to listen to, you know. But anyway,
Derek, I have only seen the Doobie Brothers live. Yeah, good band.
At least I've seen.
I've never seen them live.
But did you smoke a doobie?
so
Classified information.
So when did you see them? Like recently, or Foo Fighters best group today?
I like Dave Grohl, good guy, and yeah, the music's not. I don't mind the music, but
I just find with David Grohl, doesn't it, like at the end of every song, he kind of starts screaming it.
yeah,
Like the song starts off really good, and I'm really digging it, and then all of a sudden he does this screaming thing, and I just go, "Oh, I'm done."
Yeah.
Great stuff.
Thank
Ben
you.
Folds is very.
I think he's talking to me. Thank you.
Oh,
I've got to listen to Klingon than most of today's music.
They will assimilate.
Modern music sounds like the 80s, The Weeknd, and Justin Timberlake. Justin who? You know, I don't get that guy. He's famous as hell, and I look at him and says, what? Like, anyway, I don't get him.
I was at
72, Stevie
Stars
Wonder.
when they were throwing water bottles at him. But I never threw any water bottles at him.
I'd be throwing Molotov cocktails at him.
Cool.
Another guy who saw the Stones in '72.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say Stevie Wonder was better. Come on. That was
Bob, come on, Bob.
Big Stars, Memphis.
You're wrong.
Stones at the top of their game.
You're not allowed your own opinion.
Yeah.
Big
A lot of
Star.
opinions suck.
Big Star's getting lots of love today.
Stevie Wonder doesn't have any talent. I'm just joking.
Oh, no, he was amazing. There's no doubt about it, but he wasn't as good as the Stones. Okay, Ben, tell me who was the guy from Big Star that I'm forgetting?
Yeah. Who's the lead singer? And then you had solo albums and stuff.
Quick, everybody go Wikipedia.
Yeah, go Google it for us.
Go get it. Go get it. Go get it.
Best solo artist from.
I got one. For me, I'll say Sly Stone.
That's a good one.
That is a good one. I'm going to say Otis Redding.
Oh, you took mine. I was going to say.
Oh, Alex Chilton.
That's
it. Alex Chilton. Yeah.
He's your best soul artist?
No.
Guy from Big Star.
Yeah, Otis was.
Redding was in Big Star.
Oh man.
I've heard of Alex Chilton.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's got to be that.
Yeah.
So who's your favorite soul artist, Doc?
I'm going with Barry White.
Impression, please.
Yeah, come on, Larry.
Baby.
Let's get it on.
Or is the Supremes a soul artist?
Sure.
Okay.
Motown. I wouldn't say they were soul, but they had soul.
Balding Boomer's here. Subscribe to Balding Boomer. He's fun.
Yeah.
He likes all the California.
Unsubscribe from these three guys and subscribe
to Balding Boomer. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Give him 4 new subscribers right now.
Balding Boomer. Everybody subscribe.
Hey, Balding.
Indeed.
You know what they say, folks? Any sign of attention is better than being ignored, right? So here we are.
Yeah.
We didn't flip our glasses yet.
Everybody. We were going to do this when we started the live chat. It was my idea. We are just 4 crazy guys.
I can sort of see you guys.
Yeah. And that's all we got.
Thanks, folks. We'll be here all week.
Docs, yours doesn't look any different.
Yeah, I know.
These are the stupidest glasses. I like the reading glasses. They work a lot better.
Yeah, that's better.
Oh, that's
Now, when you get the reflection in them, it looks like
Borrowed your mom's glasses for this.
If you
Larry is
look
the Paul
upside down,
of Larry is the Paul of this band.
So who's Ringo, George,
I
and
was the Paul of this band.
No, I
I was
know
George.
it's talented.
Jeez, I must be the Jimmy Nickel of this band.
Houston Lou.
I want to tell you. I saw
Ben
Ben
Folds in the
Folds.
Hall.
I've never heard his music.
He has 5.
Is what?
Ben Folds has 5.
Oh yeah, Ben Folds 5. Yeah.
Yeah. How come he doesn't
Is
fold?
that like Dave Clark's 5? Only it's Ben Folds 5.
Kind of. He stole the idea.
Let it be lingerie.
Lingerie.
It's great here in Aurelia. Yeah, Aurelia is a really pretty little
Great
town.
Great town, yeah.
Yeah. On Lake Koochishing. See, I can say it. Love seeing the Doobie Brothers live. Great concert.
Yeah. I think you've seen Mariah Carey, too.
Jack.
I'd always be happy to hear more Live Stones. They're the ultimate live act. Yeah, well, basically that whole row right there, that's all my Live Stones stuff. From there to kind of there.
Work the camera, Larry. Work the camera.
Oh, yeah. And they're great live. They really are. They're a great live band. Ooh, Steel Wheels Live. I agree.
You can't beat that strutting.
Yeah. Does it have any tracks from the Vancouver show? I don't know. I'll have to double check. It's got 4 records in it, so I'd be surprised if not. But
That's a long show.
What's worse, the Rolling Stones or Kidney Stones? Kidney Stones.
Kidney Stones.
Kidney Stones.
That's
Yes,
easy.
Kidney Stones for sure.
Rolling.
Yeah, thank you, Bob.
Alex Field,
Alex
no, yes.
Thanks, Bob.
Percy Sledge.
Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah, for the soul. Yeah.
Smokey Robinson.
Smokey sings.
That's Motown too, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't say Smokey was soul so much, but that's a fine line there in some of that stuff. What is your dream supergroup?
Oh my God.
Supertramp.
Mud.
Great. What is your dream supergroup? Okay, well, let's go through this. Drums. Who's your drummer?
Ginger
Neil
Baker.
Peart.
Keith Moon.
Keith Moon can't keep a beat.
Not now.
I'm going, since Keith has already taken, I'm going to go with Cesar Ziderweek, Golden Earring.
Well, That's easy.
Who, by the way, asked to join their band before Keith Moon died.
Take that, people.
Yeah.
So there. Okay, how about on bass? I mean,
Well, what was Glenn's drummer?
I thought he said it.
I didn't hear him. If you did,
Sorry, Glenn.
Well, I said Ginger Baker.
Ginger.
That's right. Said Ginger Baker. Yeah. Boy, and you said Neil Peart, right?
You that guy in Rush.
Neil Peart, yeah. Okay, so how about on bass?
Chris Squire from Yes.
Good one.
Michael Anthony.
Okay.
John Paul Jones.
Oh, good. You left the best one out. John Entwistle, hands down. Okay. What do we got? Okay, guitar.
Ooh, lead or rhythm or both?
Well, let's just have one. Well, we could do two. Well, let's just have one.
Just do one.
Do one.
Dwayne Allman for me.
Dwayne.
Glenn Campbell.
Glenn Campbell.
Yep.
I changed my mind.
And now, what is it? A keyboardist, right?
No, well, who's yours, Larry? Your guitar.
I said Frank Zappa.
Okay, mine would be. Ooh. I'm going to go with Randy Bachman.
Wow.
I think he's very versatile.
Now, you can't have as your lead singer Burton Cummings.
Why?
You can't have two members from the same group.
Why not?
No rules.
You got to follow the rules.
Okay, so keyboard. Who's our keyboard guy?
Mine is
from the Archies.
whoa.
Who's that, Glenn?
I'm going to say Stevie Winwood.
Steve Winwood, yeah.
Because he can also play guitar and he can sing some vocals too. So he's
Okay.
Let's get Paul McCartney on the keyboards.
Okay.
Or maybe Keith Emerson.
Yeah.
What was yours, Doc?
Keith Emerson.
Keith Emerson.
He's thinking. Doc, Keith Emerson? Is that you?
Emerson.
Okay, so I'm kind of, I'm going with Burton Cummings. I don't care what Larry says.
Ooh. Kick him off. He broke the rule.
For lead singer.
Okay, so for lead singer, who we got?
Can I pick myself?
Okay, for lead singer. Okay, then I'm going to go with John Anderson of Yes.
Okay.
Ray Charles.
Whoa.
Ray, okay, I'll take Ray.
Yeah. Elver Presner.
What?
Doc, you have quite a band.
What's that, from the Lawrence Welk
Two of
show?
my choices. Oh, yeah, this is true.
So who's your singer, Doc? Is that who you're going with?
I think he's pretty. Or how about Tom Jones? He sings everything.
All right, Tom Jones. I'm going with Paul Rogers.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a group.
Yeah.
Supergroup has to feature Tiny Tim and Weird Al.
Yes. And Cyndi Lauper.
Oh, good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do the 3 dot night thing and swap vocals.
It's a dream.
Bill Woods. I know of a beautiful nudist woman named Candy Stone. True story. Okay.
I think we're supposed to take notes.
Basement is Ringo. What? I know.
What? Is Ringo's in the basement?
Basement
That's me. Glenn in the basement. I'm Ringo.
Oh.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
He
You
said
can never
love.
get into Rolling Stones. Sorry. Yeah. Well, that's all right. You don't have to get into them.
Can I get your autograph, please?
Yes.
Yeah.
Trying to get my hand.
You're a nice
there.
guy.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Wilson Pickett. Now we're back to the soul person.
Catching up on these.
That is a good one.
If you could spend an hour talking to any musician, past or present, Who would it be and why? Oh yeah, I know who mine would be.
Wow. That's hard.
Oh, Paul McCartney.
Hmm.
I think he'd be a cool guy to talk to. He seems to be settled down now, and
Hmm. I think John Lennon, because he'd take me to lunch.
Okay. I'm gonna go with
Now, Glenn, remember, I'm not a musician, so you can't pick me.
Damn. Now I got to think about it.
Yeah, you change your mind now. Hmm.
I'm going to say Bob Dylan.
Okay. I was torn, but I'm gonna go today. I'm gonna go with Gordon Lightfoot.
Be a good one.
The other one would have been Neil Young, but I'm gonna go with Gordon Lightfoot.
Hmm.
Any of you guys gonna get ATMP? What is that disease?
I don't know what that
All
is.
things
That's
must
when it comes
pass.
out.
All things must
It's
pass.
pretty pretty.
Oh, all things must. Oh, yeah, I've
Yeah.
ordered mine.
I know.
The box set.
I'm kind of undecided.
You're going to get the crate?
No, I'm not getting the Uber. I might look like a millionaire, but I'm not.
You know, I don't know what the prices are now, but Amazon had just the 5 CD set, almost $250 for 5 CDs, and it's ridiculous. Just absurd.
I bought the 5 LP set because I figure I really just want. How often are you going to listen to the alternate takes and outtakes, and you just really want the remixed album?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I got the
Bing bang. Okay, here we go.
Whoa.
So we have Neil Peart, Bruce Thomas,
From Elvis Costello.
Johnson, Stevie Nicks vocals, Robert Plant.
Elvis Costello.
Steve Naive keyboard.
Oh, Steve Naive, sorry. Stevie Nicks.
Who's that?
Weird Al should have done something with Neil Innes. I don't know. Their humor's too different, though.
Hmm.
Like, Weird Al's more slapstick. He's too different. Past or present, Elvis Presley?
Past.
Well, I'll go past because he's around in the present.
Yeah, I didn't like his newest album. Yeah.
I haven't liked him since he died, so, you know.
Yeah. Well,
He hasn't done anything since he's died.
I think he was the greatest live performer. I didn't think of it until the last couple of years watching YouTube reactions and all that, and just the greatest.
So this is another controversial one, just to kind of extend on this. Who do you guys think really started rock and roll? Who do you think was really the guy that was sort of first out of the gate with rock and roll? Who do you think it was?
Can I take Perry Como?
No.
I'm taking Chuck Berry.
I'm taking Little Richard.
Okay. He's thinking.
I want to say Bill Haley because he started the whole idea of band.
Okay, I'll go with that. Mine was Little Richard too. I would go with Little Richard. That would be mine. But they're all so close, you know. They're all so close. Yeah. Supergroup must include
Ian Anderson on flute.
Flautist. Burton Cummings can play the flute in Paul's band, though.
Yeah, that's right.
Chuck Berry, yeah.
Chuck Berry. Well, I mean, here's the thing. Like, the thing about Chuck and Little Richard and Buddy Holly, they wrote their own music, you know. They did covers, but they also wrote their own music. And that, to me, was an important factor. Tie-dyed, you are prejudiced against dead people. Yeah,
yes, he is.
Because
I've noticed that about him.
Well, name me one good thing Elvis has done since he's died.
Yeah.
Hasn't done anything.
Bill Haley. Yeah, Bill Haley.
Yeah. Don't disagree with me or else I'll give you the wrench.
Sam Phillips Star. That's just silly. Sam Phillips started the rock and roll sound.
Sam Phillips.
He wasn't a musician. Well, I'm talking about artists, though.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
You know, but he was the one that created the sound that would define early rock and roll.
That's like saying Bill Fried or something.
Yeah, well, he was recording it,
Or
but
Alan Fried, sorry.
as far as creating the sound, I don't know. I don't know about that. Buddy Holly and Little Richard. Well, Holly kind of came a little bit later, though. You know, a little bit later.
And he wrote his own songs.
He did.
That's a plus.
And he produced too, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the end, he was producing as
Yeah.
well. Yeah. Now, there's a question. You know, what would Buddy Holly have been doing had he not died? You know, that's an interesting question there. And what impact would the Beatles have had Buddy Holly still been around? Right? Because
Yeah.
I think Holly was sort of a precursor to the Beatles in many ways. And had he still been around, it would have been a very interesting time, I think.
Yeah. Holly and the Everly Brothers. were the
Yeah.
Beatles.
I would agree. Elvis was the first like rock star. He was about bringing it to the mainstream, I guess, is a way of saying it. I would agree with Elvis being the first rock star. I still think Little Richard was the guy that started it all, but yeah.
I've got a question for you three. Nate, you know, for the viewers that don't know, who are your 5 favorite artists?
Oh, goodness.
Ooh.
Oh.
I like Rembrandt.
Now, no, we're talking about music this time, Paul,
Oh,
and just rock music. Don't go into the polka music.
well, you're really putting some restrictions on me now. This used to be a friendly channel.
He's got all these rules. I don't like
Everybody ends
Yeah,
up
what's all these
to be
stinking
tie-dye.
Hey.
Tells people to unsubscribe from my channel, puts all these restrictions on me. I'm not feeling welcome. 5 favorite bands, rock and roll bands.
Or
Okay.
solo, or you can even have a solo artist.
Let's say artists or acts. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Am I going first?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
No, I didn't
Sure.
mean yet. My favorite.
You're just chicken. You're just thinking of yours. Okay, so all those guys from Liverpool.
Jerry and the Pacemakers?
Jerry and the Pacemakers.
Mhm.
No, there's the Beatles, the Who, the Guess Who. Got to get the 2 Who's in there. Definitely Golden Earring. And I got the Beatles, the Who, the Guess Who, Golden Earring,
Nickelback.
and Nickelback. The 5th, I'm going to say Moravian. I'm going to say Moravian for my 5th.
Wow.
That's eclectic.
I've eclected them all. I eclect all their music.
Yeah. Okay. All right,
Yeah.
gotta go.
Those are
Beatles and Monkeys and Electric Light Orchestra and Van Halen and somebody else.
Mud.
Just pick one.
Yeah.
Mud.
I'd love to say Mud, but I can't.
It's easy. It's just mud. Mud.
Sparks, just to make Larry happy.
There he is.
Wow. Okay. So
Brownie points. Brownie points.
Okay. My top 5. My top 2 never change, and the other ones can change depending on my mood. But the Beatles and Bob Dylan are always 1 and 2. I would say the Grateful Dead, the Stones, and Zeppelin.
That's only 3.
Yeah, you only named 3. I'm all confused.
Oh man! Oh, I love you.
Yeah, I love the Monkeys. Yeah,
Oh, there's somebody
Great-
over
they're
there.
great.
The Monkeys.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
Okay, Lawrence. It's your turn, Lawrence. What do you?
The Beatles. Yes.
Yes, the Beatles. Yeah.
John Anderson solo.
Okay.
Sparks.
Okay.
And I don't know, maybe
Grand Funk.
Grand Funk. Yeah, Grand Funk. Why not?
I was going to put them in mine, but I knew you were going to put them in yours. There's so many.
Yeah.
I got to include Neil Young in there too. If you only limit me to 5, it's tough. But yeah, Klaatu. Yeah, I love Klaatu.
I just have some CDs here. Anybody heard this band?
Tommy Rooster. Yeah, I've heard of them.
Yeah, great band. This is probably my favorite album by the band.
Oh, that's a great album.
Yeah, I think it's really underrated.
Yeah, me too.
Anybody heard of this band?
Hey, we're the Monkees. Who's that?
Queen.
Oh, that's
You
Queen.
heard of them?
Okay.
Yeah, Headquarters, and they played all the music on that album. Yeah.
Doc, have you heard this album yet?
No, I haven't. No.
Oh, it's fantastic. My pick
No, I
for
haven't.
album of the year.
Are we going to see a Nesmith sings Dolan's?
I don't think Dolan's has enough songs, but these are all this solo song. Like, they're not Monkees Dolan's or Nesmith songs. They're his solo.
First superstar singer was probably Al Jolson.
This is Monkees.
Justice.
That could be.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be. What do you mean Elvis made 9,000 complications?
Complicated albums.
Complicated.
Compilation albums, I think.
It was his psychedelic period that was very
Big Joe
complicated.
Turner.
9,000 complications can't be wrong.
It was complicated, getting him to sing when he was dead.
Mm.
Big Joe Turner. Buddy Holly was a huge loss.
He really was, I don't think people really get it, but when you look at how many of his songs have been covered and how many bands have covered his songs, it's like that guy was a monument. Like, it was unbelievable. Yeah. He was a huge loss. Almost as big as John Lennon, I think. So the greatest rock song was a whole lot shaking going on by Jerry Lee. Well, you can't argue with that. I mean, Jerry Lee had his impact too, right? He said the Beatles never did anything that great. I don't know about that, but anyway. I've got another great question for us. Okay, without Buddy Holly, you wouldn't have had the Beatles. Well, we did have Buddy Holly. My thought was, what would it have been like had he lived? What would have been the relationship with the Beatles and Buddy Holly been?
They would have partied.
Well, I don't know if I know they had a huge influence he had a huge influence, but so did Elvis. And all those early guys had a huge influence on the Beatles. So Holly was like one of those guys. He was the most like the Beatles, in my opinion. But Elvis, the king of rock and roll, Chuck Berry, the father of rock and roll. You get all these titles and labels, right? They're all great. Holly would have started his record company and would jam with the Allman Brothers and the band a lot. I don't know. It's the guy had a pretty broad taste in music too. Top 5 artists: Beatles, Guess Who, Bread, Karen Carpenter, Tom Jones. Interesting Bread's in there. I love Bread. They're a great band. My dream came true. Doc, with the
Thank
other.
you, Adam.
I guess they're not including you, Paul.
Who's the other 2 Canadians?
We're all Canadians.
A. We can all say A, and we can say it correctly as well.
How's it going, eh?
Hey.
And yes,
everybody,
routine.
please subscribe to everybody's channel, even Paul's.
Take off.
Vintage Tie-Dye. The link is at the top of the chat.
Ding that bell.
Yeah, and ding, ding, ding the bell.
Yes.
Ring them bells. What was that?
Money.
My question. My question. What was the first great rock and roll song? The first one that this is like the biggest rock and roll. What was the first great
rock around the clock?
Rock around the clock. My dream came true. With it. Yeah, okay, we read that. Rock around the clock. Okay.
Heartbreak Hotel.
Heartbreak Hotel.
I want to say that.
Well, you can.
I'll take it back.
Yeah, rewind.
Pick another one, Glenn. Don't steal his.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. How about Jailhouse Rock?
I was just going to say that and let you.
Tit for tat. Just
Mine is
You cannot say tit on my live streams.
mine is Johnny B. Good. That's what I'm going with.
Good one.
Yeah.
all right.
Hey,
The monkeys.
the monkeys were great.
Bob,
The Monkeys, LOL.
Let's see here.
Get rid of that.
Special guests.
Special
He's got the.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Bobby Whitlock and the Stones.
Mm.
See, I was gonna put Bobby Whitlock in my band as keyboardist, but Burton's far better.
There's
just as great.
Isn't there some kind of controversy going on with Bobby Whitlock right now that the
Well, not with him, with the Harrison estate. They didn't approach him when they were putting all the stuff together for All Things Must Pass, and he played on 90% of the songs.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody approached him about his input or anything like that. And it was whoever was doing it just didn't do their homework, and it was pretty sad, because he was a very obvious omission.
Mm-hmm.
He's okay with it, like he's everybody else that's always talking about it, but his attitude is, hey, I know I was there, so whatever.
Yeah.
Adam says this is better than what's on the TV. Well, thank you very much, Adam. I'm trying to get these guys to be entertaining too, and they're struggling a bit, but they're doing what they can. And
I was going to juggle, but I dropped all my balls.
Hey, sorry, I interrupted you. Were you saying something there?
Yeah, Adam, if you want to go watch Facts of Life, you go
We're
ahead.
talking about Bobby Whitlock.
Yeah.
Here's my thing about All Things Must Pass. For decades, I've known what his contribution was and what Clapton's was. I mean, it's not a secret. It's just that people just don't know this for whatever reason. But I've always considered All Things Must Pass the first Derek and the Dominoes album, because that's where they came together as a band. Mm-hmm. And they left those sessions and they went right into studio and started recording Layla and other assorted love songs. So to me, that's the first Derek and the Dominoes album. And people talk about All Things Must Pass, how unique a sound it is. And there's a lot of reasons for that. Part of it is Phil Spector's production. That's part of it, but I don't think that's the biggest part. For me, the biggest part is that the backing band was Derek and the Dominoes for most of that album. Mm-hmm. And they were a very unique sounding band. And that's where I think it comes from. But that, like, I've known this for a long, long time. People don't, I don't know. You see, the problem is they didn't include all the stuff in the liner notes back in the day because those guys would have gotten in trouble with their record company, right? Clapton isn't listed in the notes, but Clapton was on, like, pretty much every guitar solo you hear on that album is Eric Clapton, and it's like they couldn't give him credit because he didn't have permission of his record company.
Contractual obligations.
Yeah, he had contractual obligations with his company, and if he were to get credit, then he would have been subject to a lawsuit. So, see, a lot of people, that's why, it sort of wasn't common knowledge, but, well, it was to a degree, though. I mean, even George Harrison has said many times that, yeah, these were the guys who played on my album, like it wasn't a secret. But I don't think Buddy Holly was a big deal until the Beatles cited him as influence. No, I disagree with that. No. Buddy Holly was absolutely huge.
Yeah, he was a huge deal.
Yeah, he was a big deal. The day he died was a real, it shattered a lot of people. Like that was a heavy thing.
There's the influence right there.
Yep.
The very first record, Recording the Beatles, was publicly available as their cover of That'll Be the Day. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the acetate.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Gordon.
Hello, Gordon.
Gordon, how time you got here?
About you earlier, Gordon Lightfoot.
Yeah, Gordon Lightfoot is here.
Yeah.
You can talk to him now, Paul.
Labels. Remember that Eric Clapton is God. Yeah.
Well,
He
yeah.
was.
Oh,
But he was finished.
Yeah.
Oh,
I no, I don't.
he's not tagging
I'm
Gordon.
going to turn off the questions for a while.
can I borrow your wrench?
I'm offended.
I don't know about that one. That's
I've got my wrench handy. One more step out of line, you're getting it.
yes, we're the tyranny of right thinking here.
We're always right.
This is true.
Don't disagree with us.
Mhm.
He was even thinking about getting back with the Crickets, you know,
Yeah.
before he died. They were talking about getting together, and you know, Freddie is the queen. No, Elton John is the queen of rock and roll.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that. Our great, one great artist, Roy. Yeah,
Roy, yeah.
what an amazing voice. Nobody had a voice like him.
Well, just a second. Crying over you.
Like I said, nobody had a voice like Roy.
Oh God.
I wanted to hear Larry do that.
Oh yeah, that was another big loss too, you know, because he had just rejuvenated his career and like Mystery Girl, that album. Oh, what an amazing record!
That
What
was
a
a good
great album!
Great comeback album for him.
Oh, it's an incredible album.
Yeah.
I think Buddy Holly would have become more popular than an artist.
No, more of a producer.
Yeah, become
know.
a more producer. Yeah.
He was a songwriting machine, Buddy Holly. I'm pretty sure he would have kept writing songs.
He was really just starting to hit his stride, really, because he was getting into all sorts of different kinds of music too. And you see, that's always a sign of growth, right? He was definitely on a trajectory that was going to take him to some interesting places. Patsy Cline, yeah.
Mhm.
Bell Bottom Blues, yeah.
Mhm.
Does anyone know how to fix prolapse?
I
Yes.
think that takes brain surgery.
Yeah. Subscribe to my channel, Gordon, and I'll walk you through it.
Glenn's doing a video on that just coming up.
Top 5: Beatles, Bowie, Elvis, C, Led Zeppelin, Divinyls. You put the Divinyls in there? That's
You can't do that. You cannot have the Divinyls at
Are
number.
we another wrench threat from our tyranny?
And where's ZZ Top?
Tyranny of right thinking here.
Some people are just convoluted.
Yeah.
Mm.
That'd be like putting the Poppy family.
I'm taking a break from the questions. I'm tired.
Oh,
Oh, we're gonna have a
Oh, so hey, Paul, I think I'm getting that middle section of near the end, the Grand Funk box set. I think I'm getting that tomorrow. So Paul and I are going to be ranking in a video together all of the Grand Funk albums. Do you like Grand Funk? You got to watch how I say that, Glenn.
we got to give Grand Funk love. They're an amazing band. And John Bowe's been doing stuff with Mark Farner lately in his interview. Really great stuff. Yeah, what an amazing band who just doesn't get the love they should get.
Yeah.
I saw
advice immediately.
Grand Funk.
They go with Sparks.
I saw Grand Funk as an opening act at Maple Leaf Gardens.
Wow.
When the Red album came out, 1969.
Did they open for the Leafs?
They were opening for Sly and the Family Stone, and Sly pulled a no-show, and they ended up getting Delaney and Bonnie and Friends to be the headline act. But Grand Funk opened up, and they were just amazing. So good.
So what year was this?
69.
So that would have been the time when Clapton and Mason and George Harrison were with Delaney and Bonnie.
No, they weren't. I don't think those guys toured Canada with those. They just stayed.
Oh, it would have been maybe just the UK. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Bobby Whitlock would have been there.
Probably, yeah. It's
Yeah.
hard to get a handle on who was in that band then. I actually saw Delaney and Bonnie 2 or 3 times, and I could never figure out who was in the band.
Well, they had kind of a revolving door, but at the same time, they had Clapton, Dave Mason, and George Harrison in the band at the same time.
Yeah.
That's something. Yeah, they were good, you know, Delaney and Bonnie. I've got one of their albums.
Great live band, too.
Yeah, well, I've got a live album of theirs. I'm just trying to find it here. I'm scanning my shelf.
Well,
I
the
think
Delaney
somebody
and
is-
Bonnie on tour with Eric Clapton.
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about. February 9th, 1964. What date is that?
No, they're trying to say, like, what about Frankie Avalon and Kevin Turner?
I don't know. That's wrong, Derek.
Yeah.
You're
That's
wrong.
completely wrong. Oh, there we
Frankie
go.
Avalon.
Look at that.
There's the band on the back.
Oh.
Well,
That's Bobby Whitlock there.
Yeah.
That's
That's Clapton. There's Clapton there.
Paul, I don't know if you buy CDs or not, but a couple of years ago, Bonnie and Delaney, they released a 4 CD set of all the shows they did in England with George Harrison and Clapton and that. It's really
I'll have to watch out for that.
It's excellent.
So here's the lineup on this album. They got Delaney and Bonnie. They've got Dave Mason, Carl Radle, who was Derek and the Dominoes, Jim Gordon, who was Derek and the Dominoes, Bobby Whitlock, who was Derek and the Dominoes, Jim Price, the brass player, Bobby Keys, sax, Tex Johnson, and Rita Coates. So Clapton's not on this one. I thought he was on. Yeah, sorry, Clapton is on this one. Yeah.
Yeah, he's on that album.
So basically, Derek and the Dominoes are on this album.
I saw them open for Blind Faith as well in Toronto. That's the first time I saw them.
Check the old Atco label, eh?
Wow.
Yeah, that's great.
This
That's
is a great album.
Great album.
Do you know the story of the cover?
That
Oh,
is,
you mean
Bob
the 2
Dylan.
feet?
Yeah, those feet. Those are Bob Dylan's feet.
Yeah.
See, feet.
Bob Dylan's feet.
you see on my live stream.
That was a photo session for a Bob Dylan album, and they rejected it all, but they kept it. Bonnie and Delaney and Bonnie used it for their cover. And that's Bob Dylan's feet hanging out the window there.
You just learned something, people. Write that down.
Yeah.
When you're on Jeopardy and they say whose feet is hanging out of the
First
window.
time I heard Delaney and Bonnie,
Bob Dylan. Bob Dylan.
first time I heard them was on the album History of Eric Clapton, which is one of the first records I ever owned, and they're on that. It's 2 records. It's an amazing record too, and they did everything from John Mayall through Derek and the Dominoes. They covered the whole Clapton career to that point. I think it was like 72 or something that came out, and yeah, fantastic album. I wore that one out. If George was alive, he would have taken care of Bobby. In what way?
Bobby who? Goldsboro?
Well, here's the story. Like if you go watch Bobby Whitlock's channel, it's really fascinating. The guy knows everywhere. He sunk Keith Moon's boat. You got to hear that story. Anyway, he lived with George Harrison when they recorded that album. They just bought Friar Park, and they were doing renos on the main house. And so Patty and George and Bobby Whitlock were living in the guest house when they were recording that album. So he was with George like 24/7 while they were doing that album, which is kind of cool stuff. And George went to him and Eric Clapton, and he said, put together a band. And the band was Clapton, Whitlock, Carl Radle, and Jim Gordon. That's Derek and the Dominoes right there. Have you ever seen Velvet Goldmine?
I don't even know what it is.
What is that?
That's where you get velvet from. Oh.
It sounds familiar.
I have timed out, guys.
Somebody else is
I
around.
got some moderators on my channel. They handle things for me. Thank you.
So who did he time out?
I don't know.
I didn't know
That
it was
happened half an hour ago.
timeout worthy. Who was timeout worthy? You should time me out.
I love
Yeah.
Mystery Girl. It is great.
Yeah, Mystery Girl is a great album.
Finally, a good question.
We did a reissue of that in a 2-record set too. I think I've got that. Yeah. What's for supper?
Tomato soup and onions.
Well, Glenn doesn't know this, but I'm coming over to his house for a late dinner.
Well, we're having beef dip tonight, so come on over.
Ah, yum.
Oh, I've got Glenn. I almost forgot. I have something to tell you.
Oh.
I want to tell you.
It's not good.
Oh.
Yeah.
Remember my contest. You have won part of my contest.
Oh, an optimal bag.
Bag of groceries.
CDs and whatever I can find, and we'll set up a time for you to come over. You can be in the Canadian Studmuffin's apartment. Please wear a mask and stay 6 feet away from me.
See if you can get them to clean your toilet.
Don't use my bathroom, Glenn. He's crying.
Congratulations. Come on down.
No, but
Oh,
you
Lord.
mentioned, I actually have the comment here. Just 1 second.
What's for supper?
No, I'm not done yet.
Holy crap.
No, you
There's
left
more?
a comment and you said, as I believe you are aware, my 16-year-old nephew Jack is a big fan of yours. Thank you.
Well, that's Jack's
You don't see
stereo
the comment.
experience who was
Put
asking
the
questions.
comment up. We don't see it.
I don't know if I can. How do I do that? Yeah.
I'm donating
He
all
got
those
me-
CDs to him.
He got me hooked on your channel, which was a huge motivation for me starting my own channel. Jack has become such a passionate music lover over the past couple of years. His favorite bands are the Beatles and Queen. Never heard of them. He doesn't have a big collection. Relatively speaking, I would dearly like to win Stack 1 so I can give it to my nephew. I'm sorry, Glenn, but I've picked somebody else. So there you go, Glenn.
Well, too bad, Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Now, what's for supper?
Oh, beef dip.
Oh, yeah.
Beef dip and fries.
I think I'm going to order from Pizza.
No, we're just gonna. My wife's cooking it now as we speak.
I can smell it.
Yeah.
Smells travel.
Well,
and
it's
a
the same.
Ryan Coke, and a Ryan Coke to wash it down.
Trenton's very small. It's like one street. And it's dirt. It's a dirt road. It's not
So
even-
fit to be tie-dyed, what are you having for dinner?
I don't know. I do not know.
Well, it's just lunchtime where you are, isn't it?
Well, it is. It's only like 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, coming up on 3 here. Yeah.
Don't you have any Michelinas in the freezer?
No. I don't have any ting either.
And Doc, what are you having?
Tomato soup and onions.
So, do you put onions in your tomato soup?
No, I put tomato soup in my onions.
Yeah,
Oh, I thought.
Tomato soup dip.
Yeah.
The Vinyl's first 3 albums are great rock albums. Don't judge them by that awful Touch Myself hit later on. Listen to their first album, Desperate, Kicks Butt. Okay.
Okay.
I don't really. Oh, I know the song. Yeah. Touch Myself. I know that song. Yeah.
There you go. There's the question. Where is the cat? There you go, Doc. We have the cat.
Gender.
Ow.
Delaney and Bonnie can go and screw. Well, they were husband and wife, so
Yeah, so they can go and screw.
yes, they were allowed.
And there's the cat.
I think Leon was the one that got timed out. Now he's back.
I'm glad.
My dream concert is the Beatles and the Rat Pack and Elvis.
That'd be quite a triple bill. That'd be like a festival.
Yeah.
Ow.
Anthony, good morning. No. It's good evening.
Well,
You're
it's
wrong.
He is. He's down under, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Doc, put away the cash. He just did. He threw it.
What's that blood trickling down your cheek?
Beatles. Oh, that's what he meant. Beatles on Ed Sullivan. That makes sense.
Like nothing happened in between that. 5 years, there was absolutely nothing.
You know, one thing I found it. I don't know what I was watching last night.
What about all those beach party movies?
Yeah.
But
how all these
that
bands
sort of
talk about seeing the Beatles as their first experience and then getting into music, right? And somebody was saying that they were actually the first band, and I never really thought of that before. Like they were really the first band.
Well, kind of, but you had Buddy Holly and the Crickets.
Yeah.
But the perception was it wasn't John Lennon and the Beatles. It was just the Beatles. And they that was the beginning of a trend, right? They started the trend of the band, which was the 60s, right? It was well, not always, but a good part of it was the 60s. So yeah.
We were devoid of bands up until the Beatles, basically.
Just the Beach Boys.
Everybody
pretty much. Yeah. It was like solo acts with a backing band kind of thing, right? But they wrote their own material and they all sang, and it was a true band effort.
Oh, there's Bob Dylan's foot.
I want somebody to write a song about my feet.
Only you know what I know.
Talk to Little Feet.
I do have two.
Well, it's the song Only You Know and I Know about Bob Dylan's feet. It may be up there.
If the Yardbirds had stayed together, we wouldn't have had Led Zeppelin.
Well, which version of the Yardbirds?
Yeah.
Velvet Goldmine's glam rock movie named. Oh, okay.
Yep. They based. Oh.
Yeah.
Badfinger.
Badfinger. Subscribe to Badfinger. Ring that notification bell. Smack that like button.
For serial killers. Thank you. Thank you for the compliment.
How did he know? You can't prove that.
And they're on to us.
You can't prove that.
Yeah.
We buried all the evidence.
I'm eating mine tonight.
My mom watched.
She should be watching us. We're more entertaining and funny.
Yeah.
True.
Doc, you can be Fred.
I thought I was Grady.
Well, you could be Grady too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't talk about Cosby.
Yeah. Let's skip that.
I like this.
No, we don't talk about the Beatles, Bob.
Yeah, but I like that gang. You're like, who's your favorite rock gang?
Yeah.
I like that. We'll make that a thing.
The Beatles were the first gang to make it. Yeah.
There's Tim.
Tim.
And Alan.
Is Led Zeppelin. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Yeah. They're going to call themselves the New Yardbirds. And the myth, I don't know if it's true or not, but the myth is Ringo Starr said, that'll go over like a lead balloon. And that's.
I thought it was Keith Moon. That's
Moon.
what I
I've heard both, actually. I've heard both, but yeah. Can we get a comedy album from you for?
Well, the thing is,
This is it.
the other three are not actually funny. So I'll just do a regular solo album. Thank you.
Well, we're funny in some ways.
Yeah. We're almost done. You missed quite a bit.
You missed an hour, 48 minutes worth of it.
You're a little late to the party.
Okay, we saved our best for the encore.
We should leave right now.
It's just been like this. You haven't missed a damn thing.
Yeah, it really wasn't a good live chat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys listen? Do you guys listen to an album all the way through, or do you skip songs?
Yeah, bring us full circle. In our case, full circle. I'm an Aussie in Japan. Do you guys know the great Billy Thorpe?
I've heard of the name.
Yeah. Children of the Sun, Children of the Sun.
Oh, is that Billy Thorpe?
That's a Billy Thorpe.
That's a neat song. Ringo, Moon, they're both drummers.
Yeah.
What do you call a guy who hangs around musicians? Answer, a drummer.
Yuck.
Sorry, y'all. I was just watching Sanford and my mind wanders.
That'll happen when you're watching us on a live stream.
I want to wrench that guy real bad.
Oh.
Your mind's going to wander. Trust me. It's like, should I be doing something else? Like the dishes?
Yeah, laundry's more exciting.
Anyway, remember to subscribe to all 3 of these channels.
And to Larry's if you haven't subscribed.
Yeah, I should have mentioned
You could have interlopers here who have not
Yeah,
subscribed.
even if you got the wrench, subscribe.
Remember the tyranny of right thinking.
Yeah.
So Larry, last week when you and Paul were doing your thing, and you mentioned my name and you said you were going to have me on, and then I think because all of a sudden I got 3 new subscribers, and I went, oh, that's cool. And then today I went on, they're all gone. It took me less than a week to drive them away.
Well, actually, Glenn, I wrote to them.
Okay.
I said I was just joking. Please don't subscribe to his channel. It's really not very good.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many times I hit 1,000 subscribers. I think it was 100 times.
Yeah.
Anyway. Had my favorite bad Slipknot.
Please.
Okay.
That must have hurt.
I was a drummer once. I really don't mind drummer jokes.
There you go, Doc.
Yeah.
Was somebody telling a drummer joke? Hey, Doc, can you?
It's okay. I've got my pencil and I signed it for him. It'll be in the mail.
Rolling Beach Beatles. See, now there's a band that I never got into was the Beach Boys. I must admit, I'm a Beach Boys fan. I got knocking music. I just didn't get into them. Great stream, guys. Much fun.
Thank you.
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 Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You and you.
Hey, thanks.
Thank you. Everybody's leaving. Oh, those fickle subs. I know.
Yeah.
Buy more monkeys.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Here we come in 2074.
Yeah.
They're gonna make it. They're gonna make it.
Not before Grand Funk.
Do any of y'all watch TJR? I linked. Yeah, I saw that channel, Derek. There's just so many channels. Have you seen TJR? Anybody there?
What is it?
I
think
have
it's a music channel.
I don't subscribe. I have seen him.
Yeah, it's a guy with long hair, and he asks for money.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna subscribe to him.
That sounds like Jerry Lewis.
Pretty
I'm
much.
writing them down. TJR.
See,
Jen,
Bob's
gotta
going.
leave.
Gotta
Jen,
go.
no, you stay.
Driving
Hey, Bob.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Oh.
Yeah, I wish I could go.
Welcome.
You guys are welcome, 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 welcome.
Which one of us? Okay. Which welcome?
Well,
It's getting hot here.
yeah.
Done.
It's getting very warm.
There's no more questions. Everybody's
They all,
left.
we wore them out.
Yeah.
Last
Look at this. Let's go. We've got 7 more minutes. We'll make this a 2-hour live stream.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
All
We'll
right.
sit here and look at each other.
One more
So
question. Come on. We need a question.
Next question.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were great.
Oh, they're talking to each other here. We can't have that.
Yeah.
Garage rock.
Yeah.
Or if you're in the Raiders.
Oh, there's so many who should be in there that aren't. And it's all political.
He might as well be a televangelist, really.
Chicago's, yes, in Chicago.
Was at one time a great band. Yes.
Yeah, they went a little poppy.
When did you guys give up on Chicago? After the second album, I kind of dropped them.
I've got their first two, but I've never really listened to it too much. But
yeah, the first.
I never really got into them.
Yeah, but they're great.
I'm not gonna say.
I saw the documentary on Netflix a couple of years ago. It was really good.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a lot of Chicago right there, like 36 tracks.
The Chicago band I was into was Styx. That was kind of my
They were a good band, you know. I enjoyed them immensely. What a gang they were.
Hey, can I give a shout out to a channel? I don't know if you guys.
No, you can't. No, Glenn, no.
We're all Canadian. We're all Canadian.
You know the rules, Glenn.
Yes, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm gonna do it anyway. Goddo, Greg Godovitz.
Greg Godovitz. Has he got a channel?
Called Rock Talk now that he's trying to get going, and he's having some pretty interesting guests. His first guest was Eddie Kramer, who was the producer of Jimi Hendrix. Tonight's show, he's got Mike Reno on. So it should be pretty good. But anyway, the channel's called Rock Talk.
Rock Talks?
Rock Talk.
Rock Talk.
Rock.
Greg Godovitz, yeah.
Yeah, it's actually worth checking out.
Okay.
Okay.
Write it down.
Maybe he can be on one of our live streams sometime.
Ooh.
He could be.
I'll boot Paul out and he can be on the live stream.
Yeah.
Good. Greg and I were friends for many years, and then we kind of lost touch with each other. But he's a good guy.
Is he live in Ontario?
He's back living in Toronto area. Yeah.
Okay.
He was out in Calgary for a while. Yeah.
TGR really hates bootlegs and illegal downloads. Okay. I'd like to see you guys do a stream with C Out Train.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, he is good.
Yeah.
Pete, what's his name? Pete.
Yeah. The only thing is he's more popular on YouTube than me. So I don't know if I like
it. We're not gonna no. That's not possible.
I know.
My father turned me on to Zappa, who turned you all onto him. I can't say I really turned on to Frank Zappa.
Well, I was there when the Freak Out album first came out. I was 13, 14 years old, so I saw them, the early Mothers of Invention at Convocation Hall at the University of Toronto in 1968. That's one of my first concerts.
Wow. Yeah. I always had seen like Frank Zappa album covers, like the Mothers of Invention were only in it for the money when I was younger. And in 1975, in a cutout bin was One Size Fits All. And it's known as one of his best albums, right? So I was lucky to get that one and I became a fan.
Yeah. Hey, Larry, just so I can kiss your ass a little bit before we go, you did a great ranking on the Zappa albums the other day. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks. Finally, a compliment.
Yeah, and your vocals were lovely today.
Yeah, Pete Pardo. Yeah, hey, somebody out there, message Pete Pardo and just bug him and say you need to have Larry on your channel or him on my channel. I'll stay out of them. Yeah, I've noticed Dennis
the other day
talking to quite a few people on YouTube. I could probably seriously have him on my channel, but I don't know much about his solo career. But I find him really interesting, like a good guy to like talk to.
Yeah, I'm still waiting to have Balding Boomer on.
Yeah.
Balding Boomer, come on!
I can shave my head if you want.
And I'm hoping to get Edgar Wright on my channel because he liked my tweet, and then he said that he watched my Sparks album rankings. But I don't like to brag about it.
Hey, you're friends with Sean and Yoko.
I wouldn't say I'm friends yet. I'm working on it.
Yeah, and Edgar. I mean, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, that was a surprise.
The only people I know are you guys.
Yeah.
And Tony DeFranco.
Yeah.
The whole DeFranco family.
Yeah.
Don't forget those.
Yeah, but Tony was the cute one.
Yeah. Tony DeFranco and the DeFranco
Is he really
family.
small or something?
I think they're from around this area, aren't they, Glenn?
I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah, I think they were from around.
there you go. He's probably waiting for a phone call.
Yeah.
Look him up in the phone book.
Whatever happened to the Canadian band, the Sheepdogs? I have no idea.
I've
heard of them.
Put out a new album, didn't they?
Yeah.
A few months ago?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, great album.
Yeah.
The money. Great cover.
I think that is the best parody cover of them all.
Yep.
You know. And you know how Jimi Hendrix is on the album cover? He was actually there at the shooting because he was friends with Zappa. Yeah. Yeah. Joe's Garage.
That was Larry's favorite, not to give anything away.
Yeah. Yeah. Great keyboardist. Oh, here we go. One final question for everybody. What is everyone's favorite album of all time? Let's do this. Let's not have the Beatles because we always say Abbey Road, me and Paul. Yeah. So without the Beatles, I don't know. Oh yeah, ELO, Out of the Blue.
I'll get mine since Doc's doing show and tell.
You can't get enough Mr. Blue Sky.
Mr. Blue.
I'll go with Sparks' Kimono My House. And Glenn's leaving. He's done.
We're all running to get our favorite album.
What did you say, Doc?
It wasn't what I said, it was what I let out.
And Glenn's is Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan.
Blonde on Blonde.
Bob Dylan.
Oh, Dylan. The Who. Oh. I've heard of that album.
Oh.
And that's got the greatest opening and closing song of any album.
The original first press Decca.
Wow.
That's pretty good.
Wow.
With the W1 Matrix is supposed to be the best sounding version of the album.
The Ugly Ducklings.
That's mine. What was yours, Larry?
Sparks' Kimono My House.
Who just made the comment about the Ugly Ducklings? Because this was just reissued. The first Ugly Ducklings album. It's available.
I thought you were referring to us.
Fantastic album. Canada's Rolling Stones. The Ugly Ducklings.
Wow.
Yep. Goodbye Yellow Brick Road.
That's a great album.
Another question and we're done. Are you big Hendrix fans?
Yes.
No. I like him.
Yeah, it's not that I don't like him. It's like I never got into him. Like I gotta buy all his albums. You're like,
he was a pretty good guitarist.
Yes, but
not a big I like him. I wouldn't say I'm a big Hendrix fan, but he definitely is. You know, someone of note.
Yeah, I'm just into the 3 studio albums, but other than that, I don't like and Band of Gypsies. There's 4 records as far as I'm concerned. They're essential.
Yeah.
All the stuff that was released posthumously and everything, don't really care.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. You'll find that with some musicians and all that, like Burden Cummings. I commented on a concert I saw of his when he was in Belleville a few years ago. When you could message him on Facebook, you can't now. And he replied. A nice little short reply. I didn't expect. But, there's some good guys out there that, like Edgar Wright. Did I mention him? The Carpenter's Greatest Hits. Morrison Hotel, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure anymore because of the dentist. I've never heard that album.
No, I think he had Jimi Hendrix playing while he was at the dentist.
Oh, that's right.
A
Again,
Kind of ruined the whole idea. When he plays Jimi Hendrix, he thinks of the dentist.
look at Doc paying attention. Jeez.
So, any final words? Paul, keep it down to less than 20 minutes.
Final last words.
Final words. This was fun. We should do it again.
Yes.
This was fun. We should do it
Listen
again.
to the monkeys. Doc Us urges you.
Right to the Canadian, the Cleveland Hall of Fame, and get these kids in there now. Now.
Yeah.
Before it's too late.
Well, Grand Funk Railroad isn't, right?
Oh,
The Guess
in
Who.
there.
You can go in at the same time. It's okay. You don't have to have one at a time.
Yeah.
What's that Rolling Stones guy name? The head of it?
Yeah.
The guy.
The Rolling Stone guy.
The Rolling Stone guy.
Yeah.
Oh, John Winter. John Winter.
Oh, Jan Wenner. Yes. Jan Wenner. Yes.
Yeah, the guy who controls the Hall of Fame.
Tell Jan Wenner we want these.
He doesn't like the monkeys, so they won't be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
That's right.
They were a gang that deserved to be in there, and
They had no talent. They didn't play on their own records.
And if you've got decades on your TV, they have a Monkeys Marathon on right this instant.
Yeah.
Who played violin on Baba O'Reilly?
Keith Moon.
Yeah. And that's Funicello.
Guy named Dave Arbus.
Yeah.
Now you have a missing piece of information.
So, I know what to do here. Just, I hope everybody subscribes to each of these channels. So just tell a little bit about each of your channels, and then we'll go. Glenn, take it away.
Okay, well, like Larry said earlier, I was motivated to do videos because of watching the Studmuffin. He was the first YouTuber I watched, and
you can keep talking as long as you like.
Yeah, awesome, Larry. That video you did when you ate Spam.
Yeah,
I have showed that to 100 people. Anybody come over to my house, I say, "You got to see this," and everybody's just like on the floor laughing. It's just the greatest video of all time.
Spam doesn't taste good.
No.
And I even did another video after because people said to fry it.
Yeah.
It didn't taste any better.
So anyway, I started doing videos, and that kind of light bulb went off and said, "Hey, I can do this." I'm a passionate music lover, and basically that's all I do is go on and chat about albums that I like and bands I like and stuff that I'm buying and stuff I've had in my collection for a while. And every Monday I do a wrap up where I talk about the VC and what videos I'm watching on other channels and what contests are going on, and just trying to promote other channels in the vinyl community. And that's about it. Just like to have fun.
Yeah, good.
Share the passion.
I'm back.
I like exercise.
He's ready.
Yeah.
So yes, my channel, Fit to Be Tie-Dyed, I started about 5 years ago, and again, Larry was probably, I'm pretty sure you were the first one I subscribed to and sort of stumbled on, and there have been others, but Larry's always been a big supporter of my channel, and I do very much appreciate that. And a lot of Beatle content, but in recent months because there's so much Beatle content out there, I wanted to offer something that was a little bit different. And so I've been looking at other bands and so on. Did a spotlight series on the Guess Who, where I went through the albums, did one on Free, went through their albums, and I'm currently doing one on Golden Earring, going through their albums. So, yeah, and I just like to talk about music, and my whole point is to connect with other people who like music as much as I do, and use the videos as just a vehicle to spark conversation in the comments. And so that's where I find things interesting. And I'll be introducing 4 new tie-dyed t-shirts that I just bought yesterday.
Ooh.
And they are for sale.
Only after I wear them.
Oh,
4 new tie-dyed t-shirts. I got 4 t-shirts for $60.
whoa! I like that.
Wow.
These are homemade t-shirts.
Ooh!
There.
If that's not a reason to subscribe to my channel, I don't have a better one right there. Showing, seeing me in my new t-shirts.
Wow.
Amazing. That was the best part of the live chat.
It was.
I have t-shirts
Doc,
too.
I'm sorry, but we've run out of time.
It was the t-shirts that did it.
Doc just likes to show his tools, I think.
He's seriously gone.
Yeah.
Oh, he's back.
Oh, he's back.
Oh, he's back.
Take it away, Doc.
Don't worry about my channel. You can only sum it up in one word: anarchy.
And monkeys.
And
Monkeys. Yeah. So if you like to watch cartoons and sing along with the words to the Love Boat, then you've come to the right place.
Yeah. So somebody was saying that I see the usual links, Larry, memberships, reactions, and polls, nothing else. So what I'm going to do, in case you can't subscribe here, in my community on my front page at the very top, after I'm done this live chat, I'm going to post all 3 of their channels for you to subscribe to. So go to my community at the front. And
That's you. All you
Yeah.
are. You.
Yeah.
You.
And subscribe. You.
You. And you.
So
And you.
thank you, everybody. It was great fun.
Thank you for watching.
Guys.
Awesomer than gossamer.
And Glenn, I'll message you soon about when you can come over,
Okay.
and you can bring your nephew if you like.
Email
Cool.
me. Uh-oh, he would love
Larry
it.
will just leave those outside his door.
Yeah.
And bring a shirt.
I'll leave a note. Just
I'll
take
bring
them, Glenn.
I'll bring my nephew and say, yeah, that's Larry's store there. That's where he lives.
And remember, the cats are off limits. You can't take them.
That's right. Yeah. Don't pet Jinx. She will tear your eyes out.
Okay. I won't.
You could sit in my chair and we can start a video and you can say, hi, fans of high quality entertainment.
Ooh.
Wow.
Ooh.
For $20.
Oh.
I can't take it.
So thanks, everybody. It was great.
Glenn just wet his pants.
Too late.
Okay. Take care, everybody.
So long. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.
Go to bed now.
We're old. We're going to bed.
Go away now.
It's after 6. Bye-bye.